Welcome to the Making Rooms podcast. I'm Eric, and these are my ruminations on designing, publishing, and finding community for my Explore Rooms TTRPG. In this episode, I want to talk about the update on the Kickstarter that launched on February 1st. Spoilers, we funded. Woo! A lot of good things have come to fruition, and I want to tell you a little bit about kind of the couple days leading up and what it was like on launch day up into funding and to this point. Before that, I want to share this episode's Explore Room. You're in a dim, lowly lit room, and all around there are frogs. And the frogs have glowing patterns on their skin. Some are speckled and polka dotted, some are striped, and others have checkerboard patterns. What other pattern could you think of being on one of these frogs? What would you like to do? Do you walk around and look at the different frogs? Do you try and touch or hold any of them? When you touch a frog with a polka dot pattern, your skin and clothes gain a polka dot pattern similar to it. You go over to the striped and you touch it, and your clothes and skin are striped just like that. Do you find one that you're satisfied with? As soon as you do, an exit forms in the wall in the shape of a frog that you can pass through to the next room. I hope you enjoyed this example Explore Room, something you can use with your ruminants. Now for a design tip of the episode. This tip is from Andy Noetzel, a recent connection on Tik Tok, and this is a paraphrase of what he says. Games are iterative. You don't have a fully formed game coming out of your head. And he goes on to talk about the importance of iteration, not feeling like you have to have it fully formed, that getting work on it is important, and then showing people, getting feedback, playtesting, and seeing what it becomes by the end of that. So no matter, just because you don't have an idea that comes out and it's fully complete and feels like it's something, it may be something with more time and effort put into it. That could also mean for the setting as well. You might have a little nugget that expands and grows and becomes more meaningful as you spend time soaking in that idea. So thank you, Andy, for that encouragement as a game developer and educator. All right, now for the main topic. Let's go to Roomino, the Explore Rooms TTRPG that I created with my kids and launched on Kickstarter on February 1st, has funded, and we are so excited. My family and I are thrilled. My friends and I are thrilled. It's been a fantastic journey just leading up to this, and we're here, and I'm happy to be sharing it with all of you who are watching. Let me walk you through a couple of the stats. We funded in just around 3.5 hours, maybe a little bit over. As of this recording, we have 50 backers at contributing $987. So we're one print book away from the $1,000 mark, the 200% mark. And I will say, couple of days leading up to the campaign, my wife asked me, she's like, what do you think will happen? And I said, I've set a relatively low goal or modest goal at $500. No guarantee that enough people were going to back it to make that work. But I felt like there was a good chance of it working. If we got to $1,000, I think I'd be pretty surprised. And if it got to $1,500, that'll be more than I would have expected from this, given that I spent 2 months prior really marketing, talking to people, starting to build community, learn what I didn't know, built the page, and launched the campaign in that short amount of time. So I think that the power of this idea, the art that we created around it, and the community that's accepted me and welcomed me with open arms has played a huge part in the success of this campaign. So I feel so grateful of all the people who've come around this project, and I'm really excited to get to know the backers that I've never met before that found through Kickstarter or through other means. I hope that they find this project fulfilling, and I'm excited to get started. Let me tell you some more things then about the current state of projects. Right now, there are 149 ZineMonth ZineQuest projects live on Kickstarter, and Kickstarter is where my project is, but there are countless more on BackerKit, Crowdfunder, and itch.io. So there's other places where projects are going live. Now, of those live projects, I counted about 93 of those funded. So there's a whole bunch of indie projects that haven't funded yet. And I know that there's some more coming that haven't even launched yet. And I'm excited for many of those. I'll say I was excited to put some budget away to back some of these because there's some projects I'm very excited for. I'm not going to be able to back every project that I'm looking forward to. And I'm really disappointed. There's some where I'm going to have to do digital instead of print when the print looks amazing. And there's some that I want to do the box set, but I probably shouldn't, so that I can help the most amount of indie publishers get to their goal. That being said, I am very thankful for those that I am able to back. And because you have to make a choice and there's a cutoff, nobody has unlimited budget, it makes it even more meaningful those who are backing Let's Go to Roomino, because they've had to make a choice between that and another project. So thank you for making that choice and choosing Let's Go to Roomino and Explore Rooms. My favorite part of the campaign was Saturday morning, watching through my email, getting notifications of the projects that I was subscribed to, getting notification after notification as projects went live. It was such a great feeling. Certainly there are projects that I was watching. There's projects of people who I am now acquaintances with. Theirs was launching. The energy was exciting, and I've only experienced that kind of energy like on race day for a half marathon or maybe a concert. Like, it felt electric, and so it was really cool seeing those projects launch, getting excited. One of the projects that's worth noting, there's a project I talked about called Horse Majeure that has seemed to become a little bit of a ZineMonth darling because of the idea that you're playing as two people dressed in a horse costume trying to get up to antics. I listened to an interview with the creator, which was awesome, and they're currently funded at 105,050%. I don't think that math is totally perfect. Their goal was $1, and they've raised $1,400. So a nice little fun project, but a lot of people have been enamored with it and put their funds behind it. So that's really cool. Since the last episode, where I showed you sort of a rundown of my campaign page, I had quite a few edits to do, and found a number of things that were just horribly wrong, and I had to fix those leading up to the campaign launch. The night before, got all those fixed, and then in the morning of Saturday, kind of double checked everything, and then I went up on the couch with my family and hit the launch button. And it was fantastic being able to share that with them. It's not the most climactic, like you're just, all right, push, and it's live, because then a bunch of work needed to happen, but it was great sharing that with them at the start of it. Throughout the day then, I posted announcements on various social medias platforms, through all of the Discord servers that I belong to that are relevant to ZineMonth, to indie publishing, etc. And then texted a bunch of friends who I'd let them know that this was something that was going on. So I had talked about it, in the months leading up, and then took that opportunity to say, hey, I'd love for you to just see what's going on, to come go click on the link, go to the page, let Kickstarter know that this is interesting with your presence, and then, no pressure to back or anything. I had a number of great friends contribute more to help me along the way as well. Then, as soon as backers started to come in, I messaged each and every one of them, thanking them, welcoming them to the game and to future updates to the project, and was just, again, sharing my thanks, keeping engaged, etc. Then I gave 3 updates. I put one update inside of Kickstarter to everybody who backed, and it was for public view on the launch. at 50% funded, and then at 100% funded. And that one was a bit surreal to at 3.5 hours in, we had like 25 backers, for that to be the kind of, not finality because the campaign still goes, but to reach the goal in that amount of time was just really cool. I only had 2 months to prepare. I only gave myself 2 months to prepare, and a lot of work went into it, and it felt really rewarding to have spent that time and energy, and the fruits of that labor came to be. Now we're a couple days into the campaign. We're about a third of the way through as of this recording, and now it's sort of keeping a steady pace of promoting, letting people know, etc. I'm starting to just talk about the subject matter that I'm interested in, which is teaching kids role-playing games and the difficulties that parents and adults face trying to teach kids or introduce them to role-playing games through traditional games, or even the stuff that's targeting kids, that it can be a lot to either prepare, still sift through for content appropriateness, and then find time around the table. And so it feels nice to have a role-playing game that offers an anywhere, anytime play style. Now it's just being consistently showing up like I have been, but letting people know that they can go check out the campaign. And it's great to be able to say we funded. It's a confidence boost. It tells me there's some people that just on site appreciate what this could be for them, and I want to respect that. I want to honor that, and I'm excited to do that and find more people like that. I think I'm gonna probably end up posting on Meta, the Facebook and Instagram. I haven't done that thus far because those aren't platforms that I'm very familiar with or know how to work very well. And then I need to do some work supporting other projects, those 50 some projects on Kickstarter that haven't funded yet. I'm sure there's plenty of those that I could go shout to the rooftops about. There's things on BackerKit and Crowdfunder and itch.io that I should go check out as well and promote and share. And then a week from now is going to be the final push. The project closes on the 15th. And I'm going to have a live stream with another kind of somebody I've gotten connected with and I'm excited to talk with on the last day of the campaign to sort of send it off. And I think that'll be a really fun conversation and way to close out the campaign with everybody else. And then my kids and my family and we're going to go get ice cream as a celebration So I just want to thank all of you who've been a part of this journey for the last 8 to 10 weeks, who have been here listening to the podcast, connecting with me on the Discord servers, welcoming me into this community, encouraging me with your comments and your likes and all that kind of stuff, engaging in conversation, which I really enjoy. Sharing with me when you find me in my topic or when people are talking about me in other locations, and all around just bearing witness and coming alongside me in this process. This is just the beginning. The project is funded. I need to complete it so that's it's not done until it's done. But I'm already thinking about what's next and where I want to go from here and what the rest of 2025 has to offer. And so next week will be an episode about the closing of the campaign. And then the last week we'll probably mention it, but start talking about other things that we have going on. Things like maybe an interview with my kids and what they think about publishing this project after playing it with me for so long. I want to talk about the printing and shipping of this and the logistics of that and what I have to do for that. I want to start talking about what the experience is like getting it into other people's hands, and seeing what they think about it. So lots more to make room for and in the coming weeks and months. I hope you'll stick around and share that with me. So I'll see you in the next room.